It's been a very quiet opening to this first semi-final here in Division 1. Maybe I expected too much of Anakie in the physical stuff. Werribee Central certainly came into the game, in Ron Brain's opinion, as the underdog, but not in my opinion. I've picked them to win, and they certainly won the first quarter by 18 points. We'll just wait and see what happens as we wait for Gary Kerr to tell those kids to get back over the fence.
Well, the players, such as, Julian did quite well that first quarter, but Daryl Bissett and Mickey Carter, they've got to work a lot harder. They're senior players with a lot of experience, got to get right into the action this quarter.
Yeah, Welsh did well, as did Pulai, the big ruckman for Werribee Central. The ball goes over the back of his head this time. Coming through the back was Darren Friday, who couldn't collect the football, and a free kick has been awarded to the Werribee Central's player there in number 43, and that's Ronald Beck. Beck punches the ball up there to where all over the top of Welsh for mine, but the umpire said no, play on. The ball comes out to the Anakie player there in Friday again. Busy player, gets it back to Welsh. Welsh has a kick at the football and he pushes it up to centre half forward. Nobody can take the mark. Picking up the football now for Anakie. Slipping and sliding around there was Anthony Wolfe. Wolfe gets the ball across to his teammate. He kicks the ball up there to the forward line. Coming out beautifully was Karamotto. Good kick, good lead under pressure. Player coming from behind and in front. But Karamotto kept his eye on the ball. The best and fairest winner for Anakie. And he has taken the mark, and he would be kicking from 40 metres out on possibly a 45-degree angle. And I would suggest he'd be kicking into a slight breeze, and I'm going to back him to kicking it. It's a lovely kick off the boot, but the distance wasn't quite there. I can't pick him today, Ron Brain.
No, you can't, but never mind. Back to the see where Peter Nash.
The accuracy was there, though.
Yeah, it was a lovely kick, but you probably called it right in the last minute that the breeze just held the ball up that little bit, and it didn't quite carry through the big sticks. The ball's some 35 metres now from the Anakie goal. Pulai again over the back. Little fellas of Anakie have got to work a lot harder as we see Morley feed off the hand pass to Cunningham. He goes over the top and finds Delaney, who steadies and kicks long to half forward. But the ball a little well weighted there for Mick Howard. And I think you'll find he's infringed there on Paul Welsh. And the Anakie centre half back will get the free kick on that outer side half back flank.
Pushed him out of it, Ron.
Yep, certainly did.
Very interesting game there.
Welsh kicks the ball up to centre wing. The pack set themselves. Up they go. In the middle of the pack there was Bissett. He's battling in hard there for his side. Gets the ball out to his teammate. They still can't pick it up. Over they go. Coming through nicely there for Werribee Centrals was Ronald Beck. Beck gets the ball up to his teammate in Peter Brown. Brown handballs the football across to that young Brad Miller. He's in there fighting very strongly, as is that Anakie player in Tony Peace. The ball spills free. Oh, for mine, that's in the back, and the umpire has seen it the same way as I did, I think.
A little bit of an encounter behind the play too. Chris Delaney and Tony Peace not really getting on with each other at the minute.
No, but that's
nothing serious.
It's an emotional game, football. As we see the big fella there for the Werribee Central side in Mick Howard, already kicked one goal. Got the free kick, pushed in fair square in the middle of the back. He's going to kick from just inside the 50-metre mark, Ron.
Now, let's have a look at how he concentrates this time. It's important that he drops the ball straight to his boot,
no,
but he's...
No way.
Yeah, not the best of kicks. Walsh flew high there for Anakie. Supported ground level there by Shane Friday. Pack of players of form up by Kerr. He's going to have a bounce down 25 metres from the Werribee Central goal. We've been travelling about 3.5 minutes of the second quarter, and Werribee enjoying an 18-point advantage.
Yes, we see the ball. Oh, Welsh just stood there and waited for it. This time he's got it. He's kicked it around to the half-back flank, but coming across there for the Centrals, taking a lovely mark, was Darren Finlay, and he's played on, and I would suggest that umpire Gary Kerr says to him, you must go back and take your kick. No,
it was touched off.
He must have ran over the boundary line, did he?
Umpires called play on as the kick from the big fella, Greg Welsh, was touched off the boot, so the mark wasn't paid. And, well, an infringement, yeah, Mick Howard.
It's not basketball.
Well, he held him by the arm.
You've got good eyesight.
Yeah, you've got to have take out the player prior to the ball getting within 10 metres, Noel. Read your rule book, son. As we see now that a youngster to the Anakie side, Jason Flynn, a little quiet. This time goes out wide. Hutchison moved up the ground now for the Anakie boys. Kicks it long up there to the lead of the banana. Paul Camerotto, he can't trap it under pressure. Now that Cunningham's there for the Centrals. Steadies, good football, Dennis Cunningham. Good vision, goes into the corridor and finds the dashing left-footed and fleeted centreman in Darren Finlay.
Finlay kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Oh, over the top of the pack with the Werribee Central players, but they can't take the football. And umpire Gary Kerr says, I'm puffing, so we'll ball it up.
Yeah, Gary, veteran of many games with the Geelong Football Umpires League, and congratulations on his appointment here today. Bissett at ground level, yes. Chapped it over the top, the piece. Ball was obviously touched off the boot. Pieces slap on there, looks for Hutchison, couldn't control it. Loose ball kicked up now and up and under. Oh, Welsh and Elliott clashed heavily.
I think Welsh hit his head.
Yes, not well.
Elliott butters up beautifully, though.
Yeah. Poor Melly, a very aggressive, tough footballer. Worsley's worked hard for the Anakie side. He's kicked it out to the centre wing, but there's no one home for the Anakie boys except Gus Sassino on the left foot for the Centrals.
Good kick. Oh, well done.
Yeah, Shane Friday doing well in defence. Well tackled, though, there by Greg Hart. As the umpire suggested, it's gone over the line and out of bounds.
Well, the boys are having a go at the football, aren't they? They're not doing anything about the man stuff, so it's good to see. But chipping through there for the Centrals was Mick Galauka, who's been a busy player. He can't do anything. The ball's tunneled ball out the back of the pack. Nobody's got the football. Coming sweetly across there for Anakie was Jason Flynn. Flynn's football's been marked on the wing by that Werribee Centrals player, and he's punched. Oh, for mine, that was a mark, but the umpire said no, play on. And the Werribee Centrals player has pushed his Anakie counterpart in Peace over. Peace gets it across to where we see coming, intercepting was Galauka, and for mine, he's been one of the best players on the ground. His kick goes into the centre of the ground where we see the Centrals going for those handballs again, and that busy player in number 12, Brad Miller, gets the ball onto his boot, but it's not going to do anything. Oh, coming through strongly for Anakie, and I wouldn't get in his way, was Daryl Bissett-Ron.
Very aggressive at the football, Daryl, and when he gets it, he seems to pick up a yard too. And he's got the composure to steady and use it constructively. But now at half forward for Anakie. Oh, too slow with the ball. Matty Foot lucky that the ball fell free from the tackle of Mickey Carter. Now Tony Peace, a little bit of Juventus. Darren Friday traps it, works hard, throws it back to Wormsley. No, it's Neville Gogol. Kicks it up. Oh! Up there, Kazali, the banana bender. Paul Camerotto takes a screamer.
He's about to kick that, wouldn't he?
Oh, but tested Noel 55 metres into the bruising bar. Beautiful kick. It's carried, but it hasn't carried far enough. And Dennis Cunningham takes a timely grab. Plays on quickly, puts Morley under a bit of pressure. Fabulous Phil Galvin was there and unsettled Morley. He ends up with the footy on the left foot, slaps it up the centre wing, looks there for Pies Brown, knocked away from him. Wormsley's there, likewise Jamie Ellis. And I think you'll find the ball hits the boundary, and we'll have a throw in out of side centre wing. And some pretty good football there now.
Yeah, it was very fast, though. I'm impressed with the way they're going at the ball and not at the man today. It's good football. It's good to watch, isn't it, Ron?
Yes, certainly is. And another exciting player warming up on the boundary line too is number 53, Phil Phillips. He likes to take a bit of a grab too, this bloke.
Yeah, as we see Paul Walsh take a nice strong mark in defence for Anakie. His kick goes into the centre of the ground. Nobody can take the football. Nobody seems to want to pick down. Anakie end up kicking it up to the half-forward line. Leading in the race for the ball was Dennis Cunningham, and he's bunted up well. He's got the football, spilled again. He's got it again, and he's punched it out to his teammate there in Kevin Keogh. Keogh's having all sorts of strife picking it up, but Cunningham's back in there again with a clever handball across to his teammate, who gets it to his running half-back. Up there they go, and the ball's still in play. Anakie, butter up, comes out to Bissett. Bissett on that right foot gets the ball into the centre of the ground to his teammate there in Tony Peace. Peace plays on, kicks it up to the half-forward line, and umpire Hillgrove has
it's just good use of the body, isn't
a
it?
free kick, yes.
He's just too physically strong for his opponent. Morley's doing well, but just Camerotto's doing a bit better.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Camerotto was given the ball by Julian. He handballed it over to Julian, to Camerotto. Camerotto just took one step back and kicked it straight back to him, and they've gained 30 metres.
Yeah, good footy.
Can't understand why
it's good unselfish footy, isn't it?
It is, it's good, but the Werribee Central's players should have picked up the loose Julian. And it's a shocker. It's a shocking kick anyway. The ball goes across. Coming through strongly there for Anakie was that little bloke there in number 20, and he couldn't keep his feet. It was Neville Gogol, and the ball has been forced out of bounce on the forward pocket, outer side of the ground here at the Western Oval, and we're going into the Werribee Central's back line as we see two Werribee Central's players warming up here to come on. Damien Balan is coming back on, and they're bringing on, as you mentioned, Phil Phillips.
He's pretty keen to get on too. They're not sure who's coming off yet. I don't think anyone wants to come off. Interesting stuff. Wormsley, the left or the right.
Just a little bit too long.
Yeah, but good unselfish play there, Phil Galvin. Tapped it back to the direction of Wolf, who's a little lethargic. Good tackle that time on Pullai, but Pullai cool on the crisis. Good hand pass to Mickey Galauka. Kicks it to centre wing. Looks there for Greg Hart. The bouncing ball cruelly evades there, Shane Friday. Good work and support there from Phil Mallia. He lost his footing. Pies Brown comes in. Now Friday back in there again, supported Mickey Gibbons, and he kicks it back to centre wing. Dives at the footy, caught one a bit high, no free kick was forthcoming, and now we see that Miller taps it to Finlay, put the head down, good football though, Darren Finlay. Gave it to the running Galauka on the left foot, finds Greg Hart at half forward. The kick. Up there looking for Howard. Couldn't find him. The knockdown. Chris Delaney swoops on the leather. Screws the ball over his left shoulder. But he didn't screw it quite hard enough, Fano. And he's offline.
Gee, Ronnie could have taken a bit more time there. He was on his own.
Yep.
No talking, I would suggest.
Correct. 2 points. And Chris Delaney has kicked the 2 points for the Werribee Central side. And they've kicked 6-2 here this afternoon. Anakie 3-1-19. We've been travelling 10 minutes of the second quarter on the Upco Easy Shops throughout Geelong.
As we see Michael Gibbons get the football across to Scott Hearn, who kicks it up to centre half forward. The Anakie player there in Greg Hutchison gets a handball across to his teammate, who kicks it up to the forward line, and I'll guarantee it goes out of bounds, and it certainly does, in the forward pocket there for Anakie.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a lull on the traffic. Anakie yet to score. Only 1 point to Werribee Central's. 11 and a half minutes gone. No, real defensive footy here this afternoon now after a very, very fine first quarter with Knowles, 9 goals being scored. Ball rebounding from defence to defence.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a lull here in this second quarter, 10 minutes into the second quarter, as we see the umpire throw the football in. Pullai was pushed out of that one, and very well done, but it comes to the captain, to the coach in Bishop, and he's got good vision. He gets the ball into the coming through beautifully there for Werribee was their halfback flanker, who gets it up to where Welsh read the play beautifully. He showed a bit of pace too for a big fella, and he gets it up to Caramotto. He can't take the football, but he battles on strongly, gets a lovely handball over to his teammate, and buttering up well for Anakie was a terrible kick by Phil Gavin, and it's gone over the boundary line for no score.
I reckon Dick Caldo could have kicked that goal. No, Def's also going Dick. I mean, Def.
No, Dick's also going Def. As we see Phil Phillips still waiting to get a run on the game. He can't get one as the umpire throws the football in. Clever football there by Caramotto, but the umpire said no, play on, nothing's happening. Caramotto's in there really trying hard. He wants another goal. Can't get it. Umpire said, you better give it to me. It stacks on the mill, and
it's interesting, no? Big fella.
They've brought the big fella off there, Mick Howard. I can't understand that.
Interesting move there from Richard Leftchuk as the ball now picked up by Jamie Ellis, who's just dropped off a little in the second quarter. The kick to centre of the ground. Walsh was there for Anakie. Butted up well, the big fella. Copper.
I think he's put on a bit of an act.
Well, I think Pies Brown, the way he reacted, has come in and apologised. There was nothing intentional there at all. But, it was a good one. A little clip on the chops, and gee whiz, he doesn't look too good, Paul Welsh.
I might have said the wrong thing there. I thought he was, it didn't look much, did it? But he hasn't moved. I think he could be having a bit of a spell.
Well, the coach of the side looks to Camerotto, but Morley's there, defends well, supported by Cunningham on the left foot. Yeah, well-weighted kick to Hart. Plays on.
Come on, he didn't do it.
So unnecessary. Came over the top with the fist. You used the hip and shoulder, fella.
Yeah, but he didn't do it.
All you defenders are the same.
He
You're
didn't do it.
mongrels.
He didn't do it. And the stretch is out to Paul Welsh. I do apologise. He must have copped one.
Well, the shot there for goal was offline for the Werribee side. Who kicked that, Noel? In all the excitement here, with Welsh in the hands of the trainers.
Yes, I can see you.
Little fella?
Yes.
Simon Balan.
But he missed it.
Well, the Upco Easy Shop second quarter scoreboard moves Werribee Centrals to 6-3-39. 20-point leaders over Anakie 3-1-19. 17 minutes gone on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith out there at Corio Village. Paul Welsh now back on his feet. And
yeah, that's good. I'm glad he's...
Yeah,
I thought he was tougher
pretty
than
tough.
that.
He's pretty tough.
I might as well watch him go off.
He'll come back.
Yeah, I think he will. They're going to bring him off through the interchange gates.
See if we can see any blood.
He's a bit groggy though. I don't think he knows whether he's out at Anakie or at the Western Oval.
Well, coming on for the Anakie side will be little player Jason Greaves. That's going to put a bit of
They've
pressure.
changed their mind.
Yeah, well, it's going to put a bit of pressure on their defence because Paul Welsh has held down centre half back well all season. Who's going to go there now?
Well, I don't know. And Paul Welsh is playing well today. But he certainly doesn't know where he is. He doesn't look too good, does he?
No, he certainly does not. And,
Glenn Light is coming on, Ron.
yeah, he has seen the light.
Yes, well, I think Welshie's seen the light too.
Yeah, but I thought they looked like a bit more like yours did, Caldo. Not on the Terps.
Well, if he hasn't had a night on the turfs, he's just had a little bit of a... And the ball goes out of bounce in front of the Geelong West Football Club Pavilion, Melbourne end of the ground here at Church Street. The umpire throws it in as we see Paul Welsh walking, staggering around the boundary line. Oh, very clever work there, but no, can't take possession of it. In there was Bissett. He couldn't do anything with it either, and the ball is forced around towards the point post, and we'll see another throw in. Not
reportable, that incident, no?
I didn't think so, no. I mean, when I first seen it, I must admit I didn't think there was anything in it. I didn't even think he got him, but obviously he got him because he's not very well at all, as we see. Scooping around the front of the pack for the central side was Simon Balan, throws it onto his foot. Wynn grabbed it, took it out of bounds on the full, and we'll see Anakie bring the football back into attack, back into foot play. Kick out to the half-back flank. Nobody can do anything, but the umpires picked out a free kick there, and I really didn't see what that was for, but the umpires are 100 metres closer to the game than what we are, and we'll see Michael Carter, the vice-captain of the side, take the kick on the true half-back flank. He kicks the ball in towards the centre, and the ball is not marked by anybody. Coming through strongly there for the Centrals was Darren Finlay. He can't take the footy. He gets a lovely handball over the top to Mick Galauka, who's been very busy. He puts the Centrals back into attack. Up the pack go. Nobody can take the mark. The Anakie boys are very, very dour there in defence. And they're going to run the ball over the boundary line. Nope, they're going to keep it back into play through the agency there of Michael Gibbons. Gibbons gets the ball across the face of goal, and you never do that. And Jamie Ellis said, you shouldn't either. And he had a ping at him and missed by 1 foot.
Yeah, Mickey Carter not real happy there with Michael Gibbons coming back into the attacking zone there in defence. Put Mick under a bit of pressure. His kick wasn't a good one either. But the shot of goal from Jamie Ellis, was it?
Look where the kick went.
It's a beauty. A nice 60-metre job too, and a lovely football there from the Anakie full back. As we see that was Scotty Hearn, I would suggest, bringing it into play. Ball now on that outer side, half-forward line. Gus Asino's disposal, not as good as he would have liked. He's popped it over the line and out of bounds.
See, they're using Julian around the ground today, Ron.
Yes, they certainly are, the big fella. It's a lovely kick too. Up to centre wing, pack of players fly. In front there was Hutchison, now having a run on the ball for Anakie. The loose ball spills free. Finlay now works hard there at the base of the pack. Comes back on his preferred left foot. Feeds off the hand pass to Cunningham, who goes bang with a big punt kick up to half-forward. Looks for the high flyers. Mallia was there, couldn't control it. Comes to ground level. Tony Peace whips on the footy, kicks it to the centre of the ground. But Mickey Galauka's there for the Centrals and takes a timely grab.
certainly in my best players so far. Galauka kicks it up to centre half forward, but coming across the front of the pack there for Anakie was Tony Peace. He couldn't hold the football. The football spills three in something that you don't very often see in football, but the Anakie boys were up to the task, and they have brought the football out here to where we see their half-back flanker kick the ball up, and teammate in Glenn Light, the boy that just came on who replaced the injured Paul Welsh, kicks the ball into the centre of the ground.
Good footy.
Yes, it was a good kick. And he's found his teammate there in Dave Wormsley. Wormsley gets the football across to his teammate in Darren Friday. Friday gets a kick on Sunday, and it's not a very good kick because he had Saturday off.
I reckon that might be a pretty good reason too, Noel. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you make sense out of that one, you make sense out of anything. What can I say? Back to the footy. The big men fly for the guest video pie as we see the loose ball now. Comes to ground, working hard. Jamie Ellis, good football from the youngster. Hands and knees, fees off to Ronnie Beck. Good support there, Gassino. Kicks it long up there, Gus Gassino. Up to half forward. Phil Phillips couldn't take it. Peter Brown comes through like he likes the Southern Aurora. Can't pick it up, the big fella.
Got his head down though.
Worked hard and... Greg Hart stole it! He said, that's my footy. Yeah! Brings back memories as we see great goal. Greg Hart splits the woodwork at the Western Oval.
Memories, memories, memories.
Well, how did he get that?
Well, as you said, memory, strength, determination. One of the football, as we see coming onto the ground, is for Werribee, is... the boy they took off before there who'd kicked a goal, and Mick Howard, and it's young 53 Phil Phillips not having too good a day, Ron. He's on and off like a yo-yo.
Yeah, certainly. As we see the guest video scoreboard, it's 7-5-45 Centrals, 3-1-19 Anakie. 22 and a half minutes have gone in the second quarter on the Upco Easy Shop Bowen Heads second quarter scoreboard.
Hasn't been much absent for the Upco Easy Shop Bowen Heads scoreboard this quarter.
It's a bit sad, isn't it? We might have to get a refund on sponsorship this year, do you think?
Well, for this game anyway.
Oh, dear man.
Up they go again. Oh, the big fella that just... No, it wasn't. It was Pulley. Gets a tap out. And coming through strongly for the Centrals there was Jamie Ellis. He's good enough to get the ball up to the half-forward line where nobody can take the football. Anakie buttering up well. Oh, coming through strongly there was 36, the boy who just came back on Howard. He gets a ball across to centre half forward. Oh, coming through very solidly there was number 14, Wormsley. And Wormsley has got the football no more than 10 metres, but his teammate in Glenn Light. Light comes up to the half forward line. Julian pushed his teammate under the ball, Darren Finlay, and he couldn't take the mark, but he was good enough to butter up, and he kicks a ball out beautifully to his teammate there, Ronald Beck, who's running forward, and he gets the ball up and over the back of the pack and out of bounds.
Someone should have a talk to Pies Brown, I reckon. He's too overzealous. He's keen. He's works hard at the ball, but he's too hard because he can't pick it up.
You reckon he wastes a bit of energy?
Yeah.
Well, the ball's been brought back into play, and the umpire has plucked one out. Who's he plucked that one out to?
Looks like the number 16 Guernsey, Tony Peace, for the Anakie side with that right knee strap. Kicks it up there looking for the big fella, Julian. There was a push, but umpires allowed play to continue as Pies Brown comes through. No, it was Pulley. Pulley kicks it to the big fella at Howard. The ball, though, comes back to Pulley, who hand passes
lovely
to
running.
Good vision to Greg Hart, who's got plenty of time to steady and has mucked it up.
I've never seen you do that, Ron.
Never. We'll have split it right through the centre there, Fano.
Your eyes used to light up when you got that far out. My name's in the paper.
Yes, sister love kicking them, Fano.
I know.
Ball now with Mick Gibbons in the back pocket. Kicks it long up there to the high flyers. Howard's there. And paid the mark. Oh.
Don't know about that one.
No. Come by Hillgrove. It is a dry day today. And
what do you think of that, Dick Caldo? Was that a mark? Well, Dick Caldo said it was a mark, so it's a mark.
2 handles is good enough for Dick. 2 handles is good enough for anyone, I suppose, as it comes back dirty. Up there, the high fires. No one can take the footy. Back of the pack. Oh, that was Miller. Cop one there too, and he's responded with that little whack in the chop.
And he's still responding.
Yeah. Well, and it is on in the goal square too with Phil Mellier.
Right in the middle of the goal square.
Brad Miller, yeah, didn't really appreciate the smack in the mouth. And never mind, that happens.
Well, that entertained us for a couple of minutes anyway.
That's footy, isn't it?
It is football. Oh, he's kicked it straight to his teammate. He's brought it back in. This is a memory of an old game that I came here one day, and we see the big fella from Werribee Central's there in Mick Howard.
I think the wheels have fallen off the Anakie Kangaroos, huh?
Gee, that's a big statement. That's a big statement. Oh.
Mick Howard. Look at that. Mick's happy. Mick Howard has kicked a very handy goal from 50 metres. That's his second. And, yeah, the big fella does well just coming off the bench. 8-6-54 Werribee Centrals. Anakie 3-1-19. That's something like 35-point lead. 26 minutes have gone on this second quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith out there at Corio Village. APCO Easy Shop second quarter scoreboard. 8-3-53 Werribee, 3-1-19 Anakie.
That's better for the APCO Easy Shop down there in Barwon Heads. 8-5.
8-5, come on, get it right with you, Dick.
No, it's Brett. As we see the ball coming out of the centre of the ground. Oh, a lovely slap over there from the Anakie boy. Glenn Light gets a football back to his teammate and he kicks it up to his player there in Michael Carter, the vice-captain. Carter goes wide, but it's intercepted well there by the Werribee Central boy. And Gus Cicino kicks the ball out wide to his teammate there in Ronald Beck. Beck kicks the ball up to the half-forward line. A little bit of a nudge there too, but he's been...
Too big, too strong, and this is where Paul Welsh,
yeah,
that's a half-back, is going to be a big loss. It's put a lot more pressure now on the smaller and not quite as stronger Shane Friday, as we see the ball kicked up.
Oh, he stood
there.
on him.
Yeah, and...
I think Caramano liked it. I wouldn't have.
No, he gets the free kick, so he's happy.
I don't think it was an intentional thing, though. Yeah, Mick Howard's starting to take over there at centre-half forward since they brought him back on. As soon as Welsh went off, they brought him straight back on, didn't they?
Certainly has, Fano, and that could be a change of the game. Hutchison out on outer side centre wing, works hard at ground level, but the numbers just against them at the moment. Central's with a lot of people at the base of the ball. Now Keogh, back to Cunningham. Oh, he's put Finlay under the hammer, and he got rid of it like a hawk. It's gone.
It's like it was.
And it's out of bounds centre wing. Out of sight of the Western Oval, where most of the play's been. Again in the second quarter, just about siren time. Central's doing it comfortably. 34-point leaders.
Oh, the umpire has let that go. I'd have played a free kick there to Kevin Keogh, but the umpire didn't see it that way. And he's plucked one out, though, I think. He's plucked one out to the Anakie player there in Michael Carter, the vice-captain, I think you'll find will be the recipient of this free kick. He's looking for the ball over the first fence, but I believe it's gone over the second fence. So, yep, he's up the flagpole. Have a look at him. Have a look at the player up the flagpole.
It's a historic day for Mickey Carter. There he is.
It's even the Anakie flag too, isn't it? It's the Anakie flag.
I think you're right too, Fano. Very good call, son. Your eyes aren't as bad as what you first thought.
In the meantime, they've brought another football out. Now he's got... No, he's going to use the new football.
What happens now? If they get the other ball, does that mean he gets 2 kicks?
Yeah. As we see Jason Greaves coming onto the ground for his first run in the first semi-final. Carter kicks the ball up the half-forward line, but too good for the Anakie boys. Oh, clever little handball by Darren Finlay. Finlay gets to his teammate who kicks up the forward line, looking for Mick Howard. Mick Howard on this occasion can't take the football, and going off for the Anakie side there was Tony Peace, and I find that puzzling because I thought he was doing a fairly good job.
Yeah, one of their better players, Noel, and well, obviously trying to find a different mix out there, the Anakie side at the moment. Back into play, strong work, Dave Wormsley. Gee, he's worked hard for his side, but the numbers are against him at the ground because the big fella, Mickey Howard, slaps it on his foot.
Punched it away from his own mate and hurt him at the same time.
Yeah, that was Daryl Bissett. Loose ball, opportunity. Bissett in there, Jeremiah. Yeah, Jamie Ellis copped one as
Yeah,
well.
he did.
Umpire said there's been a high tackle on it.
He's got one in the back of the head, I think, Jamie Ellis, Ron.
Well, Daryl Bissett picks it up and plays on. Allowed to, two by umpire Kerr.
43 for the Centrals.
Ronnie
Yeah, he picked the bounce very well. No one can take the mark. Coming through there was the Werribee Central side, but buttering up well's that number 52 again, Darren Friday. He's playing a fairly good game for them. Well, Peace didn't stay off the ground for too long, did he?
No, and Tony Light, who went on the ground for them, or Glenn Light, I should say, has hurt himself. It looks like in the chest area somewhere now, some bruised ribs, courtesy of Daryl Bissett.
Yeah, he's coach. He was going for the mark too. He probably would have marked, but the ball's been thrown back in. Nobody can do anything with it. Oh, but gee, that number 32 for the Centrals has got the football again, Chris Delaney, and they come into attack again. Oh, it's a grubber. It goes along the ground. Nobody can pick up the football, and coming out strongly in defence for Anakie and forcing the ball over the boundary line, I would suggest, Ron, that'd be their full back.
Yep, Scotty Hearn.
He's got a big job on Chrissy Fordham.
Yes, and well, actually, since he's been moved back there and Hutchison off him, he has quieted him. He hasn't kicked a goal on him since he kicked 3 on Hutchison. As Caramotte comes through, tried to sock it off the ground, couldn't do so. Still in there working, held without the ball. No free kick was forthcoming. Bissett's there and gives support. The kick back to the centre of the ground. Oh, Geo! Trip for mine. No free kick. Cicino does well. Butters up for the Centrals. Goes out wide. Simon Balland. Good lead and good football, Centrals. Plays on quickly, but oh, the big fella. Bissett just chipped it in front of Brad Miller, who stopped, and you can't do that, Fano.
He waited for it, didn't he?
Certainly did.
As we hear the siren sound to terminate the second quarter here of the first semi-final in Division 1, Anakie versus Werribee Centrals. APCO Easy Shop half-time scoreboard reads. Werribee Centrals 8 goals, 654. Anakie 3 goals, 119. Goal kickers to this stage of the game, Ron, quickly before we go and have a break.
For the Centrals, Chris Fordham with 3, 2 goals, Greg Hart and Mick Howard, single to Jamie Ellis. For the Anakie side, Darryl Gilliam with 2 and Caramotte with the third goal.